Hey guys, and welcome back. So, today we're going to talk about something that took me a long time to figure out for myself. It's pretty obvious, now that I know what it is, but when I first started using the law of attraction and I started learning about manifesting, I had the biggest, hardest time trying to figure out how to do this portion. They make it seem really easy when they're talking about when you ask, you shall receive, or what you're seeking is seeking you, and all you have to do is ask for the universe to manifest certain things. But when I was first starting out several years ago, I think I learned about the law of attraction when I was 21, 22, and it was because I read the book The Secret. But I had a hard time when it came to letting go of things, when it came to surrendering. I just thought that, maybe I just wasn't doing it properly. Maybe it was because certain things were just not meant for me, and I didn't understand a few different things of the law of attraction. So today's video is essentially that. I'm just going to share different things that I learned about the law of attraction and things I wish I had learned or known earlier that would have definitely made manifesting a lot easier for me. So, so the first thing that people have to realize about the law of attraction is that there's no I want this, I want that. There's no yes or no. There's no in between. There is only yes. And by that I mean whatever you pay attention to is what you're going to attract. So, I guess to explain this a little bit easier is that whenever you're manifesting something, you have to pay attention to the things that you want more of in your life, not what you're trying to remove. So, for example, if you're going through a bad situation, the last thing you should do is hyper focus on the situation and try to think of ways to make it go away or try to figure out what you can do to fix the situation. By obsessing on the solution or obsessing on how to fix something, you're just attracting more and more attention on that situation itself. So, in the end, you're just going to get more of the same. I didn't realize this when I was first starting out, and this definitely gave me a hard time when I was trying to figure out solutions or move on or forget something or just hope for a better ending solution. What you should actually be doing is just focusing on what you want more of, what you want instead, or just ignore the situation and focus on something that just makes you happy. The universe responds to ultimately your energy, the vibration. It doesn't respond to specific commands about yes or no or get rid of this, get rid of that. It just focuses on the positivity. It focuses on what you say yes to. It focuses on what you focus on. So next time you are in a ugly situation or you're just experiencing something that you don't necessarily enjoy, stop thinking about it, make it a lot easier for yourself, and just start focusing on something that makes you happy or focus on something that you're completely neutral about. And that resistance will start to fade away, and eventually you'll start to feel better, and the situation will resolve itself without you really having to do much. One of my favorite ways of, I guess, letting go or not focusing on the negative situation that I'm trying to fix or get rid of is to literally, this is a trick that I learned from Abraham Hicks. And if you don't know them, I would suggest just Googling them or YouTubing them and listening to what they have to say. But a lot of their teachings are really simplified, and sometimes it's best to just focus on something that you absolutely do not care about, have very little interest in, to distract yourself. And one of the tricks they use is to focus on blue glass, completely random. It doesn't even have to be blue glass. It's just something they picked for the sake of the concept. But all you have to do is focus on this thing, talk about this thing, find interesting things about blue glass. What about blue glass could be interesting? It's nice to look at. It's pretty. It can come in different shapes and formats. It reflects the sun really well. It's unique. You don't see it everywhere. And then, just find generalizations about it, and it will just distract your mind to the point where eventually you'll start seeing blue glass manifest for yourself. And that's when you've kind of realigned yourself. You've let go of the negative entities, or you've let go of the negative energies that you were focusing on previously. And from there, you'll be on your way to manifesting what you actually want. Another thing that I've learned about the law of attraction is that you don't have to necessarily obsess over what it is that you do want. Your subconscious mind is already programmed with all of your deepest desires. By focusing or hyper focusing on what you do want to manifest, you're almost establishing this sort of needy, obsessive energy. So, the best example I can give for this is, think about when you really like somebody and you start to become extremely needy. And I don't like to use the word, but we've all heard of these stage 5 clingers, right? When someone just won't stop texting you, they won't stop calling you, they're constantly trying to get your attention. They just become very clingy, very needy. So I want you to think about that. What would your reaction be? Do we all remember how we feel when someone starts acting that way? We almost start feeling repulsed. We start feeling like we don't want anything to do with that person. It's too much. Like, it's just not a good vibe at all. So think of the universe reacting that way. Would you give what that person wanted just because they're being extremely clingy and obsessive? The answer is no. The universe is not going to give you what you're asking for if you're just being obsessive about what your desires are. The universe already knows what you want. All you have to do is ask for it once, or think about it when you're in a good mood. You don't have to be obsessive about it. The universe hears, the universe registers what it is that you want. And so, your job, after you've made your request, after you've made your wish, is just to feel good and to allow the universe to bring what you want to you at the right time. Which brings me to my next point. Another thing I wish I knew about the universe and the law of attraction is that the universe is not going to bring you what you want when you want necessarily. Sometimes it will work out and it will work in a convenient way, but sometimes it will bring you what you want only when you're ready for it. And a good example of this, I think, would be to think about all of the food that we want. The universe, although it might not seem so obvious because you can just go into your pantry or into your fridge and grab a snack and then voila, you're not hungry anymore. But the universe will only bring you enough food to satiate you for that one moment, for that time. It's not going to bring you all of the food for the rest of your life because you all of a sudden say that you're hungry. The same applies for happiness. The same applies for traveling. The same applies for money. The universe is not always going to bring you all of the food, all of the money, all of the fun experiences you could ever want at the same time, because it just doesn't make sense. You wouldn't enjoy it. You wouldn't be able to appreciate it if you got it all at the same time. So that's something I've kind of spent the last, I guess, year or two really understanding, fully accepting that the universe brings you your desires, but it brings them to you in a timely manner. It brings them to you at the right time. And yeah, those are some of the things that I wish I had learned or understood at least a little bit better when I was first learning about the law of attraction. I think that would have made my life a little bit easier. It would have definitely cleared up a lot of the questions, a lot of the misunderstandings that I had about why certain things were not manifesting, or why things seem to be harder to manifest than other things. But if you guys have any other questions or any other video suggestions, let me know in the comments below. I'll definitely have other videos about the law of attraction coming your way soon. There's definitely other things that I wish I had learned. I just can't remember all of them right now, but when I do have a few other things that I think would help you guys out when it comes to manifesting, I'll definitely make another video for you guys. But until then, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and if you guys have any other suggestions, leave them in the comments below. Bye, guys.